All right, good morning, everyone. It is February 4th of 2025, and the market continues to be a mess. We gapped down really hard yesterday, and buyers finally stepped in and took it up a little bit higher, but you can still see that we are still in a confirmed downtrend, B2, B5, B1, and B4. This is nothing more than a 10-day simple moving average that I use just to help me determine the health of the market. By no means is this the perfect indicator. It is just how I do things and what I teach for others in order to be aware of what could possibly, be setting up. But in the end, what you want to see today, if you're a bull, you want to see the 2-2 reversal come back up through here and at least challenge the 10. If you're a bear, you want this thing to triangle the out right here and then reverse right back down and go head hunting down to the gap here or to the very bottom. Now that's with SPXL. You can get an idea that that's in play for the other three ETFs as well. But let's talk about just the general market as far as what I'm looking for here for daily setups. And one of the things that we ended up adding within the workspace is this daily column in the watch list, which allows us to see what is possibly set up to go higher. And you can see right here, the 3 represents a 3 candle. The 2 is a 2 up green or a 2 down green. And the 3, as you know, if we look at lift here, is a very, very powerful move where it took out both sides of the previous candle here. And you can see that this actually triggered to the downside here and was enforced for a little bit until buyers actually stepped in. And that is one of the things that I've always told people is that anything can happen in the market. And just because you get a trigger, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to run to target. So when you get into really choppy conditions, you want to kind of marry this to the 130-minute chart, or at least I do, and this is what I teach. And that is if you took this trade right here and it triggered, and you can see the correlation on the 130 as far as where it got to, you better start peeling some off at this target here and then possibly down through here because we didn't make it all the way down here. And because of that, buyers stepped in and they drove it back up and stopped all the people out who went short. That's what I mean by a really bad choppy market. When a market is trending, we normally hit targets without any problems whatsoever. So when you look at something like Cisco here today, you can see that the same thing kind of happened yesterday. We hit 222 rev, but in this case we did hit the target, which was the bottom of this candle here. And then they tried to go lower and they took out this one as well. But the moment this one took it out, it reversed and went back up. So this one is on my watch list because it's an A1 and we have full time frame continuity to the upside. Now, I have no idea if they're going to actually gap this up and move it back up here. I do like the fact there's a nice gap here, but you can see that we are actually gapping lower than where we closed. And that's something else that they'll do too in a choppy market is that they'll get you on one side and then flip it before the market opens. And that's why you have to be really, really careful in these conditions. I'm not going to go through all these, but that's what I look at in order to get a good idea. We'll do one more. AVGO, you can see that these 4 bigger time frames all inside, so therefore they're irrelevant. Now, AVGO has not gone 2 down or 2 up, so if AVGO decides to go 2-2 rev here and trigger, that's my first target, is 226.49. But it very well could continue to go 222 down and fill this gap. We don't know what's going to happen. We do know that this is a choppy market, and you have to accept that or step aside. It's a very tradable market on smaller time frames. So if you are a good intraday trader and you know how to use a 130-minute chart or a 15-minute chart, you can make some quick money. But here's the deal. I would not go lower than 15 minutes, but that's me. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give it a like. And if you haven't joined us in the Discord server, what are you waiting for? It's free. All this knowledge, all this script, all these scripts, everything that you need, we have 400 plus members in there, so you don't have to trade alone, and questions are always welcomed. All right. Have a great day.